I love that you mention and you highlight in your book the role and importance of doubt in faith. And I think that's one of those things that for a lot of us struggle with, because whenever we begin to doubt either the Bible or doubt our belief in existence of a God, that sometimes can shake us to our core, especially in those like dark nights of the soul where we're beginning to question, what do we really think about things? So I really appreciate you bringing that, also surfacing that, because that's something that I've struggled with as well, the doubt. And I think that it's beautiful when we see doubt expressed in the Bible. Like I think of like David and like the Psalms, where David questioning, or the psalmist questioning, where are you, like in this situation? And sometimes those are the passages that I will cling to, because that's how I'm feeling.
The Psalms are very evocative that way because they're capturing the human response to often very dramatic moments. And sometimes within a single psalm, you can see the transition from the articulation of doubt and fear in the process of drawing close to the divine may not resolve the problem, but nonetheless, brings one back to the path, to the journey of faith. And those psalms are particularly evocative. We see it also, sometimes in biblical narratives. We see human characters who don't behave perfectly. They're flawed on purpose, so that we can see ourselves in them, and their journeys also, have the vicissitudes of faith and doubt. We also use doubt around not only faith, but about our grasp on truth, right? The traditions understood that our ability to master absolute truth is limited, that really belongs to God, and that we really are looking for truths to live by rather than absolute truths. And we have these mechanisms in our traditions where we argue about them in order to try to draw as close as possible to them. But we also argue about what is the nature of truth inside the tradition. So in Jewish tradition, it's interesting because there are several approaches to what the role of this dialectical argument that's very significant in rabbinic texts is. Is it to draw closer through argument toward God's teaching, towards the real meaning of divine teaching? Is it that we, through this argument, are authorized by God to constitute the truth to live by? Not an absolute truth, but the truth to live by. Anyway, so the process of self-critical faith also helps us to recognize that even the things that we are certain must be true are only true to the extent that we can perceive it, and that's limited.
Hey, thank you so much for checking out this video clip from the Delgado podcast. To get more videos like this, simply subscribe here on YouTube. You can also download the full episode of each show on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, or your favorite podcast player. Take care.